MLB Network. Should be a good one here this afternoon between the Colorado Rockies and the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. It's interleague baseball on MLB Network.
One we see, he's a little bit of Jekyll and Hyde. Hopefully he's going to be a little bit more Jekyll than Hyde in this one here today.
Popped him up. And he'll stay with it here as he puts the squeeze on it for out number one.
Batting second, the center field.
And a moment now to peek at the Rockies starting lineup. Who's the one to watch, Dan?
Well, I'm definitely excited to watch Trevor Story in this one. The guy is in the middle of the lineup, and when he's in the middle, things just happen. Guys in front of him get on, he drives them in, and if not, he has the ability to get things started and set the guys up behind him. He's a force.
So stepping in is Jonathan Daza. And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there, 2 away.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
So now to the plate, Charlie Blackmon. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
We just saw a fastball right there. I would not be shocked if he tries to get this guy to go fishing right here and drops a little off-speed pitch in the dirt.
Yanked on the ground down the line. Throw in time, and the side is retired. So a rather pedestrian start to the top half of the first. Now the Angels will get their first crack at it. No score. German Marquez gets the start for Colorado in this one. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, Matt, we're getting a chance to look at a power right-hander that can get it up there, too, mid-90s, and a great assortment of off-speed pitches. You'll know if Marquez is on early, you'll start seeing a lot of swings and misses. And if that's the case, expect him to stick around long in this one.
That'll bring in Luis Rengifo. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. 1-2 now as this catches the outer half. Into the windup and the pitch. And he lays off it to even the count 2-2. And he tries to get him to reach for it, but it stays outside. 3-2.
Well, you don't see it all that often, but this might be a good time for a 3-2 change. If he can locate it, it's nearly impossible to hit.
Oh, and here's a drive. Well hit out to straightaway center. And he will run this one down, moving to his right, and that's the first out of the inning.
Second, the designated hitter.
Well, here's a look now at the Angels starting lineup. Anybody catch your eye, Dan?
Well, I think the focus has to be on the man hitting third. He doesn't let the pressure of the big moment get to him. I love watching this guy hit in clutch situations. It's like he takes a deep breath and everything stops in front of him. He plays like the Zen man.
So now to the plate, Phil Gosselin. The 1-1 home. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. But this is going to wind up a foul ball. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Yanked the slider across that time, laid off for a ball. Here now the 2-2. Fouled off. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Anthony Rendon waits on deck. One out, nobody on. Full count still. The 3-2 one more time. Fouled away. He'll try it again, 3-2. On the ground to the left side. Story scoops it up, and there are 2 away now.
That is good.
Couldn't have been much closer at first, and as show track will demonstrate for us, it took a throw of over 90 miles an hour just to beat the hustling runner. Really an amazing show of arm strength on that play. Into the box now, Anthony Rendon. Sent toward first. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Angels go down 1-2-3, and this is still a 0-0 ball game. New inning set to get underway, and in to hit next the power-hitting shortstop Trevor Story. The 1-1. Makes him swing and miss on a ball out of the zone for strike 2.
You got to be paying attention as an offense in a hitter's meeting in this situation. When you got a guy on the mound that you know the bottom can drop out of any pitch he throws, you have to elevate your sights.
Now a ball slapped hard the opposite way, but this is right at him in right field as he hardly has to move to take it in for the first out.
That's big.
Here's how the Halos are going to line up on defense.
Ryan.
And let's focus our
McMahon.
attention on one of the most dynamic defenders in our sport, and that's shortstop Jose Iglesias. I want to tell one of our camera guys, do not take your lens off this guy, because he is going to make a highlight reel play every game, and I guarantee something goes down today.
At the plate, Ryan McMahon. Now a swing and a miss. He struck him out, and it's 2 up, 2 down to start the second. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
To the plate now, Josh Fuentes. In there at the letters, 1 and 2 now. That fastball was a lively one. You could hear the pop of the glove all the way up here.
Hey, I admit I'm a little biased. There's nothing better than that pop of a glove on a good fastball. Looking forward to hearing a lot more of that pop the rest of this one.
Here comes the 1-2. Is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3. 1-2-3 go the Rockies. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And next to bat will be the first baseman, Jared Walsh. Lined into right, a base hit. It was pretty obvious in live action that that ball was hit hard, and after analyzing it with our show track technology, we see that our eyes did not deceive us. 114 miles an hour was the exit velo, an impressive swing of the bat. Standing in now, Juan Lagares. High and deep down the left field line. But this will wind up being a foul ball. Walsh aboard here at first with nobody out. Line toward the alley in left center. In there, a base hit. So won't get him.
It's so important, Mark, to start to make quality pitches, and if you don't, this is what can happen. Two batters, two base hits, first and third, nobody out.
Yeah, and you just got to prepare yourself as an offensive player. You're just trying to get the runner in from third. You can't worry about creating a monster inning. Do your job.
Stepping in now, Jose Iglesias. Angels shortstop behind in the count at a ball and 2 strikes.
Hey, that's a good sinker right there. That's his bread and butter pitch, and if he's got that going, especially early, it's going to be tough to get some runs off him.
Rogers has it for out number 1.
Batting 7, the left fielder.
All right, guys,
Number
so here's
3.
how the Colorado Rockies set up defensively. And let's focus our attention on shortstop Trevor Story. We get it, big-time power, but also adequate on the defensive side. Taking over after Troy Tulowitzki left couldn't be easy, and Trevor Story did a heck of a job.
Into the box, Taylor Ward. Popped him up. Rogers backs up and takes care of it. 2 away.
Batting 8, the catcher, Max Stassi.
Next to hit, Max Stassi. And their runners at the corners now. Three and 1, here it is. Hit on the ground to third. Dive, and he knocks it down. And a good effort here, but he's well safe at first, and there are 2 on and 2 out now.
Batting 9, the second baseman, J.J. Fletcher.
So now to the plate, David Fletcher.
I got 3-1.
And that's upstairs, running the count to 3 and 1.
3 and 1 here, you have to make a good pitch on the mound. Grooving one here rarely works in your favor unless the hitter tries to do too much with it.
Slow little grounder, left side. Throw on the second for the force, and the side is retired. I'll give the enthusiasm a 10, the dancing a 4. No shame, and you gotta love it. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Brendan Rodgers bats next. 7, 8, 9, bottom of the order set to go here in the third. Here comes the 1-2. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Ward is there, and he'll bring this one in.
Batting 8, the first baseman, number 25, C.J. Cron.
Next, it'll be C.J. Cron. The 1-1.
The offense better get it going right here, because they certainly can tell from their dugout this guy is carrying himself with a presence out on the mound. He's got feel for all his pitches.
No one can make a play on this one, and the first Colorado hit is going to be good for extra bases.
Batting 9, the catcher, number 3.
In now, Dom Nunez. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. And he fouls this one off. And there's ball 3 on a breaking ball that misses away.
Well, he really needs to make this guy swing the bat right here. He's not the type of hitter you want to dance around with.
Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
At the plate now, Raimel Tapia. Here's a swing, and oh, man! Way out of here. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field, and the Rockies have now taken a 2-1 lead.
You don't see this very often off of this starting pitcher. This guy's not used to giving up some bombs, so I'm sure that'll be a wake-up call, and he'll start throwing some better pitches.
To the plate now, Jonathan Daza. Now here's a check swing, and they appeal down to first. No swing, so that's ball 4. And now time will be called here as you see the pitching coach making his way out to the mound to pay a quick visit. Striding in for the Rockies, Charlie Blackmon. And it's 1-2. Working for the punch out and the offering.
2 strikes.
There goes the runner. You got him. Lively fastball that time, and it puts an end to the inning. But the Rockies push across 2, both coming on this 2-run home run. Bottom of the 3rd coming up. It's now 2-1 Colorado. So it's back to the top of the order now, and that'll bring up Luis Rengifo. The 1-1.
Pitcher wants to have a quick inning right here, capitalize on the momentum his batters have.
Now the 2-1. Is strike 2 swinging.
2-2.
Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just starts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
Standing in now, Phil Gosselin. And able to lay off the fastball away here. 2-1 now. And it's fouled away.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating, feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2.
Pretty impressive back-to-back strikeouts to start the inning. What's even more important is now he gets to face the middle of the order without anybody on base for them to drive in.
Stepping in now, Anthony Rendon. Takes this the other way to right. And that's a base hit, 1 for 2 in his first couple of plate appearances. So some 2-out success, and the bottom of the third frame will continue.
Now batting, first baseman, Jared.
Into the box now, Jared Walsh. He loses him on ball 4.
Oh, man, I think this walk is going to grind at him for a bit. He just missed, and now the inning continues with the man in scoring position.
Lagares.
Striding in is Juan Lagares, trying here to plate the tying run from second. Rendon on second, Walsh on at first with 2 down. 2-1 to Juan Lagares.
Hey, time to start making some quality pitches. He finds himself in a tough spot behind an account with guys on base.
Here's the 2-1. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Tapia's in pursuit. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. Angels strand a couple. They're down 2-1. Welcome back to Anaheim as we check in with Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with Rockies skipper Bud Black between innings, specifically about his club's offensive output to this point. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. It's still pretty early in the game, but they've seen a lot of pitches already, and he thinks the 2 runs they've pushed across so far is just the beginning, given the quality of the at-bats they're putting together.
All right, thanks, Heidi. All set for the start of the 4th, and in to hit next, shortstop Trevor Story. And this is swung on and missed, and this 4th inning will start the same way he ended the 3rd with a strikeout, and there's 1 away. So with 1 away, let's punch up the graphic and show you the pitch speed comparison for the 2 starters here in the 4th inning. And boy, you can see it there. A couple of power arms out there as both of these guys are working in the high 90s. So bases are empty with 1 gone, and Ryan McMahon digs in to bat next. 4th inning of a 2-1 ball game. One and 2 now as that one's fouled off. Into the windup and the pitch. And a splitter swung on and missed that time, and that'll be out number 2.
I'll tell you, it's hard to get more of a confidence boost than striking out the best hitters in the lineup. Back to back to back. He's looking really sharp right now.
Into the box, Josh Fuentes. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And he just couldn't keep that ball fair as it winds up a long foul ball. 2 runs on 2 hits. No errors in the ballgame for the Rockies thus far. The 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2. Struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ballgame, and that one ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Colorado as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. Just about set to go for the last of the 4th, but before we do that, here's Heidi Watney.
Matt, I had a chance to discuss the state of the Angels offense with their manager between innings. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. Yes, they've only scored 1 run, but he said they've done a great job of forcing the pitch count up, and he thinks that's going to lead to more offense for them as this game goes on.
All right, Heidi, thank you. Here's the shortstop now, Jose Iglesias. He's set to lead us off in the home half of the fourth inning. The 2-1 home. It's a fastball taken high for a ball.
Call didn't go his way on 2-1, but it's important here on 3-1 to still make a quality pitch. You have to have the mindset that you're still the one in the driver's seat.
Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. Late swing there on the changeup. Couldn't make up his mind, I guess. It's strike two. And that misses for ball four. It's a leadoff walk that starts the bottom of the fourth.
Well, there's only a one-run cushion to play with, so he's got to be upset after he walked the leadoff man here. Go-ahead run comes to the plate, and there are no outs. This could be a very interesting inning.
Next up is Taylor Ward. He flew out in his last debut. The 1-1.
Boy, not exactly what you'd like as a pitcher. One of the keys is to minimize your pitches, attack the strike zone early, a lot of deep counts, and working himself into a lot of trouble.
Now the 2-1. Fouled off. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Tried to bury one down and away, but it's a full count now. 3-2.
Looked to me like he tried to do way too much on that 2-2 pitch. You don't have to come into the zone on that count, but a pitch that far outside isn't going to tempt anyone to swing.
Swing, and he launches this one to deep left field. A.J. back is Tapia. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
The catcher, number 33, Max Stassi.
Next to dig in, Max Stassi. Now the 1-1 pitch.
Hey, he threw that pitch with a purpose to get a double play. Good job to let it go by, though, as a hitter.
The 2-1 home. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike two. Pops this one up. Rogers is there. 2 down.
The batter, number 22, second baseman, David Fletcher.
Next to hit is David Fletcher. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Iglesias is off of first with 2 away. And this one runs a little too far in. Ball 2. Heading out towards shallow right. And no trouble for him as he makes the catch to end the inning. Angels strand 1. Our score remains 2-1. Now into the box, Brendan Rodgers. He'll start off the 5th in this one. The 2-1. Now a ball lined hard toward right center. Rengifo moves to his right and puts this one away in the alley for out number 1.
Good contact to start out the inning. Thought he might be on base with some sort of a hit, but it hung up there too long. Just unlucky that time.
Now 1 down with the bases empty, and that'll bring up the big first baseman, C.J. Cron. The 1-1 home.
Oh, that's out.
Hey, after the double in his first at-bat, looks like he's trying to pitch around this guy a little bit.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Well, it's a pretty well-known fact that your batting average goes up as you get into more favorable hitters counts, and that's especially true when we're talking about this kind of hitter. Not a great spot to be in if you're the pitcher.
And the count will be full. Fifth inning, 2-1 our score. Oh, and this ball is absolutely blasted. High and deep. Off the rocks and gone. A solo home run for C.J. Cron, and it's given the Rockies a 3-1 lead.
When that pitch was grooved right down Main Street, he couldn't believe it. He started salivating when he saw it, but stayed back enough to put a great swing on it.
At the plate now, Dom Nunez. A ball and 2 strikes. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Slow grounder to first. Fielded cleanly, and that's the 2nd out.
Now batting, the left fielder, Tapia.
So the batting order turns over now and set to go Tapia. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Now the 2-1 pitch. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Outside and a full count, 3-2. Jonathan Daza would be next if they can keep this inning alive. On its way is pitch number 75. And he looks at one that misses, and that's an excellent job of making his man throw a lot of pitches as he toughs out a walk.
When a guy homers off you early in the game, the last thing you want to do is challenge him and maybe have him do it again. He was a lot more careful with him there.
Stepping in once again is Jonathan Daza. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Tapia leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. And he misses again, ball 3.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
The 3-1 pitch.
Good spot for an RBI. Put the ball in play with the runner in motion. He could score all the way from first.
The 3-2 pitch. Swung out and missed, strike 3. One scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. Middle of the afternoon here at the Big A. It's now 3-1 Colorado. Digging in, the switch hitter, Luis Rengifo, as we move past the halfway point in this one and begin the bottom of the 5th. The 2-1. Fouled away. Now another 2-2. And the recovery won't be in time as he'll beat the throw to first.
The batter, The designated hitter, Phil Gosselin.
In now, Phil Gosselin. Here's a fastball in on the fists, and that'll even things up at 2-2. Three to 1 our score as we play inning number 5. 3-2. The count is full to the Angels DH.
Not a time to fool around right now on a 3-2 count with the middle part of the order coming up. Expect a good pitch to swing at.
Now the payoff pitch home is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
The third baseman, number 6.
So a runner at first with 1 out now. And that'll bring up Anthony Rendon. And this is on the ground to short. Could be 2. There's 1 on to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Angels held in check there, and it remains a 3-1 ball game. Stepping up is Charlie Blackmon. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Swung on and hammered. No doubt about this one. Watch it fly. Gone! Solo shot to right center as the Rockies have staked themselves to a 4-1 lead.
Man, this has been a rough one for this guy so far. That's the 3rd homer he's allowed today. He better start keeping the ball down in the strike zone, or that total might continue to rise.
Jose Quintana takes over on the mound here with nobody out in the 6th inning. So now to the plate, Trevor Story. Down the line and fair, that's a hit. And this will find the wall deep in the corner. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
You don't get too many pitches a day in the big leagues, middle cut. His eyes lit up right there. This pitcher's lucky he's not getting another ball from the umpire.
Stepping in now, Ryan McMahon. And he gets him to wave at that one. It's 2-2.
This is going to be an interesting at-bat. I think he has to be pitching for a strikeout here, so we'll see what kind of sequence he uses.
Breaking pitch, and this bounces in front of the catcher. Some stirring now in that Angel bullpen, as it'll be both a lefty and a righty that start to get loose. Swing and oh my, hit him with the high, and this one is gone, a home run. So it's a 2-run shot to right center, and it's now a 6-1 ball game. Long ball is playing in this one. That was the 4th blast of the game so far for this lineup. Dan, D-Row, what are your thoughts on what they're doing as a team so far?
Matty V, D-Row, I don't know what you think, but this is like crazy. 4th round tripper of the game so far.
They're missing over the heart of the plate, not using the quadrants. In the hitters meeting, they focused on this stuff. They thought these guys could miss middle, and that's exactly what's happening.
Rengifo is there to put it away for out number 1.
second baseman, Brendan Rogers.
Now at the plate is Brendan Rodgers, 0 for 2 on his line thus far. Three-two pitch. Hit hard toward the right side, but good hands over there at first, and that becomes out number 2.
Number 25, C.J. Crone.
Here's C.J. Crone now. Blasted a solo homer last time up. 3 runs already home here. The 1-2 is a breaking ball that can't find the zone, and it's even at 2.
Looked like he was a little over-aggressive there to throw that nasty curveball. Just needs to slow his delivery down a bit.
Tried to fool him with the changeup, but he won't offer at it. 3-2.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. And he lost him here on 3-2 as that pitch misses. It's ball 4.
What's the saying? When you find yourself in a hole, the first thing you should do is stop digging. Well, the guy on the bump obviously hasn't heard that one.
So next to hit is Dom Nunez, 0 for 2 here to start the afternoon. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball.
And when you're already down 5, the last thing you want to do is fall behind in the count when you're on the mound. That's not going to do anything to help you get back into this thing.
Crone, the runner at first with 2 gone. Two and 2 to the Colorado catcher. Tried to bury one down and away, but it's a full count now. 3-2. Raimel Tapia would be next. Count remains full. Right side. Beautiful diving stop. He's up with it. The throw. Got him. 3 thumbs up here in the booth following this gorgeous play at second base. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Leading off the inning, it'll be Jared Walsh, and they could use a spark from him here. Payoff pitch home. As anticipated, here's a ground ball now to the right side. And that's the first out.
Now batting, the center fielders, Juan Lagares.
And now for the Angels, Juan Lagares. A hit in 2 tries so far. 1 run, 5 hits, and no errors to this point for the Angels. 1-1 pitch is a sinker taken for a strike. 1-2. Now a fastball awfully close, but he doesn't get the call. It's 2-2 now. Into the windup and the pitch. And a fastball blew it right by him, and there are 2 down.
I always like watching pitchers that attack with their fastballs until there's a reason to start mixing it up. He hasn't needed many of his secondary pitches so far in this one, and there was another good fastball for a strikeout there. At
the plate, Jose Iglesias. And this is taken low for ball 4, and they'll have themselves a 2-out base runner here after all.
Now back, number 3.
Now to bat, Taylor Ward. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. A runner on first with 2 away. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but a foul ball. 1-2 the count now. This one's down to third. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. Angels leave 1. They trail 6-1. All set for the start of the inning, and striding into the plate next will be Raimel Tapia. And he takes one off the inside corner for ball 2. Late square, and this is popped up. And he'll lunge forward to take this ball in the air, so quick instincts there will foil the bunt attempt. So next to bat will be Jonathan Daza. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Swing and a liner. And that'll get down for what should be extra bases. And he'll pull into second with 1 away.
Wow, he almost blew that fastball by him, but he shows some quick hands to catch up to it and drive it down the opposite line. Didn't keep it fair by much, but he did, and that's a nice 2-bagger.
So with a left-handed hitter waiting, they'll go to their own left-hander out of the bullpen. Standing in now, Charlie Blackmon, and he misses ball 4. So he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces.
Up next for Colorado, the shortstop.
And that brings in the power-hitting shortstop, Trevor Story. The 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, and that'll fill the count at 3-2.
Put that in the memory bank. First time he breaks out a curveball right there, and it's a pretty good one.
Oh, and he leaves the fastball up there. Mistaken location. He is going to pay for it dearly as that ball is sent over the wall. A home run. So a 3-run shot to left center as they've widened this lead to 8 now.
Who says hitting isn't contagious? These guys have been feeding off each other all game, and 5 home runs is the result. I'll tell you, you might see some scuffles in the on-deck circle between guys fighting to get to the plate.
To the plate now, Ryan McMahon. And he fouls this one off. Still only 1 out in the inning. And that misses 2-2.
That's a good take on a fastball out of the zone. Hey, I get it. He's looking for a ball to drive, but that ball was a little bit too far up in the zone. That's one you normally pop right up.
The 2-2. Gets him swinging. He struck him out.
That's the 3rd time in this game he's gone down on strikes. Not the game he was hoping to have when he was taking batting practice, but at least his guys are ahead.
In now, Josh Fuentes. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side. And a diving effort, but it's out of his reach, a foul ball. Seventh pitch of the at-bat coming up. Hit hard on the ground to second. And that finds its way through for a base hit.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dad. Sent it back right where it came from.
So now to the plate, Brendan Rodgers. And it's fouled away. Swing there as they tie him up inside for the third strike, and the inning is over. But the Rockies strike for three, all coming on this three-run home run. Last chance coming up here for the Angels. It's the Rockies 9 and the Angels 1. Lucas Gilbreth will take over on the mound to start the bottom of the seventh. Now to the plate, Max Stassi. He was retired after popping out in his last at-bat.
Yeah, it didn't look good right there. Just out in front. You know, sometimes when a pitcher has great arm action, you're going to get that. You're trying so hard to catch up to the high velocity. If he shows that great arm action and pulls the string on you, sometimes a pop-up is going to be the result.
High and deep to left center field. Raging back is Tapia. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
The batter, number 22.
Had a long way to go to make that running catch, and here it is again with the show track numbers. Took a great angle at it, showed nice closing speed, and ended up running close to 110 feet to finally bring it in. No doubt an efforts his teammates are appreciative of. At the plate now, David Fletcher. That's right there at the belt, 1-2 now. And that Colorado bullpen comes to life now with a lefty and a right-hander up to throw. Here comes the 1-2. This one's blooped out toward right center field. Rodgers ranging into the outfield. He gets there, and that's the second out.
The right fielder, number 2, Luis Rengifo.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Luis Rengifo. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. 2 out, nobody on. Bat explodes as this is popped up. Gilbreth is there, makes the catch, and the ball game is over.
It seemed like everyone had a hand in this win, and that's usually the case when you win a game by 8 runs. Feels good to dominate a game like that.
9-1 is the way this one ends. The Colorado Rockies sent 5 balls over the wall to come out on top in this one. German Marquez pitches well enough to get the W. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plezak, Heidi Watney down on the field, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. Thanks for watching MLB Network.
The final line score for the ball game this afternoon. For the victorious Rockies, 9 runs on 9 hits. No errors. They left 4 men on base. For the Angels, 1 run, 5 hits. No errors. They left 7 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 11 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.
From a place that's seen its share of great moments through the years, a look at the Oakland Coliseum. Today, a matchup out of the American League Western Division between the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim and the Oakland A's. Major League Baseball on MLB Network coming up right after this. Chris Bassett, a righty from the state of Ohio, will do the pitching in this one. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Well, with a guy like him, you're just looking for quality innings. Usually he'll give you 6 or 7, and he keeps the team in the ballgame. And when you think about it, what else do you really want from your starter? He's capable of shutting a team down and dominating, but that's not what's expected of him all the time.
That'll bring in Luis Rengifo. And we are ready for some daytime baseball. 2 balls and a strike to the Angels leadoff hitter. Lifetime in this matchup, he's 1 for 3. Altogether, a fine afternoon for baseball. 66 degrees, the game time temperature. The 2-1. Hit out towards second. Taken there by Lowry. And the throw to first is in time. 1 gone.
Batting second, the designated hitter.
And with that, let's take a look at the Angels starting lineup. Dan, who do we keep an eye on?
Well, I'm excited to see if that man in the 6th spot can keep it going. This guy put together one of those ridiculous seasons last year. His numbers were off the chart, and he hit everything. Breaking balls, changeups, splits. The league couldn't figure him out, and he went berserk on the whole year. Consistent from April till October. Amazing season.
All even now, 2-2. Into the windup and the pitch. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2.
Well, you don't see it all that often, but this might be a good time for a 3-2 change. If he can locate it, it's nearly impossible to hit.
Just underway here in Oakland. And he lays off here, ball 4, and he'll become the game's first base runner here with 1 away.
And that's the beauty of having a guy in the 2-hole like him. He's almost like another leadoff hitter, working a walk with just 1 out. And I think there's a good chance that he's going to be on the move at some point.
So 1 gone in the inning here with a runner at first. And the next hitter will be the right-handed bat of Anthony Rendon. Now the 2-1.
He's having a really hard time finding his rhythm and finding the strike zone. It's going to allow this offense to keyhole him in big situations. He's got to figure it out pretty quick.
Swing and a high fly ball out to left field. Going back is the left fielder, and it's gone. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left, and the Angels are now out to a 2-0 lead.
What a way to get things started while playing on the road. Top of the first and a big fly just like that, and they take the lead.
At the plate, Jared Walsh. 2 balls and a strike to the Angels' first baseman.
You know, what I'm seeing here is a reluctance to throw the fastball. It's like he feels he can't throw the ball right by him right now.
1 out, nobody on. Not surprisingly here, this is on the ground to the right side. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
That is fifth. The center fielder, Juan Lagares.
Next, it'll be Juan Lagares. Now the 2-1 pitch. Waves and misses for strike number 2.
Don't expect too many more high fastballs in this one. He is known for his sinker, keeping the ball on the ground.
Now a swing and a bouncing ball for Elvis at short. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. But the Angels get 2, both on this 2-run home run. Bottom of the first coming up, and the Angels are out on top now, 2-0. Shohei Ohtani gets the ball for the Angels in this one. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, we're going to get a chance to look at a guy that he's a little bit up and down throughout points of his career. A career ERA just over 4. When he's good, he can be really good. And when he's bad, well, let's just say he can be pretty bad at times. But it'll be interesting to see which one we see. He's a little bit of Jekyll and Hyde. Hopefully he's going to be a little bit more Jekyll than Hyde in this one here today.
So stepping in is Tony Kemp. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Well behind that fastball. It's a swinging strike. A shot to second base and handled for the first out.
Batting second, the center fielder.
With that, let's look at the starting
22.
lineup for the hometown A's. Dan Plesac, who are you focused on?
Well, you know one thing. You have to be careful with Mitch Moreland. You can bet the opposition spent a decent amount of time crafting a game plan to stop this guy, because as he goes, so goes the team. You stop him, you've got a chance to win. You don't, you're probably going to lose.
The 1-1 is offered at and missed. He chased it for strike 2.
Woo, that was an ugly swing. If I'm pitching right now, I'm throwing that same pitch again. That was ugly.
The 1-2. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Now a swing and a softly hit ground ball. A swing and a miss for out number 2, and a ball he had no chance of making contact with.
I think he had his mind made up. He was swinging the bat, trying to protect before the ball even left the pitcher's hand. That pitch wasn't even close. He would have needed a flagpole to hit that one.
Into the box now, Matt Olson, who thought he had ball 4, but instead it's strike 2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Good battle. Count remains full. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. pops it up. And Rendon will look this one in to retire the side. A's are gone in order. They're down 2-0. Second inning set to go, and that'll bring up the shortstop, Jose Iglesias.
I'm interested to see how focused their ABs will be playing with this lead. I think this needs to be a little bit of a smell blood in it. Keep the fire rolling. I know it's early, but keep the pressure going. Swinging the bat's nice.
On the first, and there's one gone here to start the second.
All right, guys, here's how the Oakland A's are lining up defensively. And I'm locking in on Matt Chapman. Without a doubt, one of the premier defenders in our sport. You know what? He's often compared to his former high school teammate. Bet people didn't know Nolan Arenado and him shared dugouts in high school. He's going to be at the top of the leaderboard this year. Defensive run saved. Lock in on him. He's going to make a backhand gem.
In time to first, and there are 2 away.
Batting in, the catcher, number 33, Max Stassi.
Now it'll be Max Stassi. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. 2 out, nobody on. Here now the 2-2. And another foul ball. Here now the 2-2.
That was kind of a gift to the hitter. He's up there probably thinking of protecting on 2-2, but when you launch a ball that high out of the strike zone, it's obviously easy to take that one.
And a sinker there, swung on and missed for out number 3. Angels are gone in order as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. Leading off the inning, it'll be Jed Lowry as they'll look to spark the offense and even things up. Hit out towards second. Reined in. And he will whip this one over to first in time for the out.
Batting fifth, the designated
Here's how the
hitter.
Halos are going to line up on defense. And I'm locking in today on defensive extraordinaire David Fletcher. This is a guy that can beat you on the defensive side. He's got great hands, quick feet, great reaction time, loves turning the double play. They love having him out there.
Standing in now, Mitch Moreland. There's ball 4.
Batting sixth, the third baseman, Matt Chapman.
So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and 1 away. Moreland stands at first with 1 out. Oh, they'll run this one in on him and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now.
Boy, that's a jam shot right there. That's as good as it gets, in my opinion. Woo, up and in.
The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
To the plate now, Seth Brown. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. 2 out with the man at first. Got him swinging, and that's the 3rd out. The A's strand 1. They're still down. It's 2-0. Digging in will be David Fletcher. Lifetime against this pitcher. It's been pretty good. 5 for 12. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes, a crucial count for both pitcher and hitter. So, Dan, what was your approach on the mound in that count? Do you still pitch for the strikeout here?
Action pitch right here, 2-2. The last thing you want to do is to fall behind and count 3-2.
Grounded weakly to the left. Chapman brings it in. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the 3rd.
The right fielder, number 2, Luis Rengifo.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Luis Rengifo. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch.
You got 2 balls, 1 strike.
One out, nobody on. Fouled off. Here now the 2-2.
3-2.
Phil Gosselin waits on deck. Now the 3-2 pitch. Rolled slowly to first. Scooped up, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Now batting, designated hitter, Phil Gosselin.
Striding forward now is the DH, Phil Gosselin. He reached on a walk in his last time up and later came around to score. Ready with the 1-1 pitch.
Whoa, that's down.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Here now the 2-2. Hit on the ground to third. Go on to Olsen, will take care of him at first, and that ends the inning. Angels go down 1-2-3. They're up 2-0. Bottom of the 3rd now, and that'll bring up Sean Murphy. Down low, 2 balls and a strike.
I love everything this pitcher's got working right now. He's got presence. He's got great body language on the mound. He's got fastball command and a nice early feel for his off-speed stuff.
Fastball is looked at for strike 2. Tried to bury one down and away, but it's a full count now, 3-2.
It's been a great job so far by the 8-hole hitter. If he finds a way to get on base, this could spell for a huge inning.
Fouled away. The next 3-2. Swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
That strikeout was a real good example of a pitcher continuing to make a guy chase out of the zone. When you recognize a hitter is in protect mode, you don't have to come inside the strike zone. You can just expand further and further until he literally can't touch it.
In now, Elvis Andrus. Lays off the splitter that time, and it's 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, that looked like a strike, but let me tell you, when you're staring at a big 0 in the hit column, getting a call like that to go your way can feel like a big victory.
Could have been 3-1. Instead, it's 2-2.
Hey, that's the modern game right now. North-south. Elevate that high fastball and bury stuff in the dirt. Completely different from the east-west we came up from.
On the first, and there were 2 down.
Not a lot you can do with that pitch. That fastball just ate him up inside and gets the soft grounder for the out.
Back to the top of the order now, and striding toward the plate to hit next, Tony Kemp. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Grounded to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. 1-2-3 go the A's. They trail things here 2-0. Back at the Oakland Coliseum, and before we go much further, let's check in with Heidi Watney.
Matt, I had a chance to discuss the state of the Angels offense with their manager between innings. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. It's still pretty early in the game, but they've seen a lot of pitches already, and he thinks the 2 runs they've pushed across so far is just the beginning, given the quality of the at-bats they're putting together.
All right, thanks, Heidi. New inning set to get underway, and standing in is the veteran third baseman, Anthony Rendon. The 1-1 home is strike 2 swinging.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That misses, and we're even at 2-2.
After watching that one go by and a ball being called, you could rest assured he knows he's not getting away with another one of those. I guarantee you he's going to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Here it comes. Ground ball sent back up the middle. He lays out for it, but he can't pull it in.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
So now to the plate, Jared Walsh. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. Not every day that you see a ball come off the bat like that one did, and looking at it again on show track, we see it a lot faster than it came in. 113 miles an hour. Couldn't have hit that one much better than that. At the plate, Juan Lagares. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Long run for the center fielder, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out.
The bat, number 4, shortstop, Jose Iglesias.
And now here is Jose Iglesias. He's 0 for 1 thus far. 2 runs, 3 hits, and no errors to this point for the Angels. Angels shortstop behind in the count at 1-2 strikes.
He's gone to the well with that pitch 3 times in a row. I'm interested to see if he changes it up right here.
Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. Good bite to that sinker as he gets him to swing through it for out number 2.
Well, I'm glad we get another look at that beauty of a pitch right there. You can't spot a sinker in a better location because even if you do get the bat on the ball, there's not a whole lot you can do with that. Textbook sinker.
At the plate now, Taylor Ward. And he fouls this one off. Rendon at second. Walsh at first. 2 out in the inning. To the left side, but it's well foul. Again, another foul ball. Here's another 2-2. Here's one that misses inside, and the counts run full now, 3-2.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
Full count here. Here comes the pitch. And he misses with it for ball 4. So the bases will be loaded now with 2 away.
As the pitching coach heads out to the mound, I think this is probably just a case of giving your guy a chance to catch his breath, pump him up a little bit, let him know that he's got it under control.
So the next to bat will be Max Stassi. Struck out in his last trip to the plate.
Sometimes you just got to tip your cap to the guy on the mound. He's getting paid to try and get you out as well. Anytime it gets up there north of 7, 8 pitch ABs, sometimes it just comes down to pure.
Well, the play's been made, and with it comes the end of the inning. Angels threaten, but leave them loaded. But they hold a 2-0 lead. Bottom of the inning now, and up next will be Ramon Laureano. There's a fastball well off the plate for a ball. Lays off the split finger that time, 3-1.
Great AB up until this point. A walk right here could really just infuse some confidence into this lineup.
The 3-1 pitch. Takes a strike for a full count now, 3-2.
Yeah, this is one of my biggest pet peeves in the game. When guys get count leverage and take fastballs. It's a game of fastballs. You calibrate everything off the heater. Surprising take right there.
And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's one gone.
Classic slider down and away for the strikeout there. Not a whole lot to say about that pitch that hasn't been said a million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's hand, so they end up chasing when they're in protect mode.
Stepping in now, Matt Olson. And a swing and a miss as that looked like self-defense there. It's 2-2.
This is why you pay the price of admission right here. Power on power. My money's on the pitcher.
Fastball laid off well below the knees. Jed Lowry waits on deck. Now the 3-2 pitch. And he goes against the shift there as this is on the ground to the left side. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him.
Hey, listen, B-roll, they're not going to complain at all. A base hit is a base hit, even though that's an infield single. And hopefully that's a good sign that things are about to turn for them in this one.
Yeah, there hasn't been a fight at the bat rack, per se, Dan, in this one. I don't care what knock. I don't care if it's a swinging bunt or a home run into the street. This could get the offense going.
But pretty much right at the left fielder as he takes it in for the second out.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Mitch Moreland.
Next up for the A's, Mitch Moreland worked a walk his first time up. Olson is off at first with 2 away. 3 balls and a strike to count to Moreland.
No reason to sit on anything other than hard stuff in a location you like and drive it right now.
Set. Here's the 3-1. And a good at-bat that time as he lays off for ball 4. And as a result, that'll move a runner up into scoring position now with 2 away.
Well, they've struggled offensively in this one so far, but after that walk, they've got runners at first and second and look ready to make a little noise. Just need a big hit now.
And now in the box, Matt Chapman. 2 men on, 2 away here in the 4th. The 3-2 pitch. And he misses again. Ball 4. And that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on ball.
And things are not looking good here in the 4th inning. That's the second walk of the frame. Good time for the catcher to go out to the mound and have a chat with this guy to give him a little breather.
Striding in is Seth Brown. A base knock to the outfield could score the tying run from second. The set and the 1-1. He couldn't catch up with the gas that time.
He's coming right after him, Matty. 3 fastballs in a row.
A 1-2 pitch. And he strikes him out. So a missed opportunity at the plate as he strands 3 runners and the side is retired. Clearly fired up to work out of that jam. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. All ready to go in the top of the 5th. And set to go is the second baseman, David Fletcher. 3-1 pitch. Heading out towards shallow right. Right fielder coming on. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning.
The right fielder, number 2, Luis Rengifo.
Now at the plate, Luis Rengifo. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he'll come back with 1 in the 3rd as the count moves to 2-1 now. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Oh, 3-1 now.
That's where he wants that sinker to end up. But that was a nice job of laying off.
Lifted down the line in left. And foul. Too high, and that cost him ball 4.
Well, he battled to get it to a 3-2 count, but that pitch wasn't even close. Now he's got a man on with 1 out, so he's got to focus on trying to get the ground ball.
Here comes Bob Melvin now out of the Oakland dugout. And he's going to make a move as that's going to be all for his starter this afternoon. So he'll make his way to the dugout after working just 4 1/3, and he just didn't have his best stuff in this one. Number 68 is ready, and he'll take the ball from the manager.
Number 68.
Phil Gosselin will be the first to greet him here as he'll stand in with a runner at first and 1 away. Rengifo, a runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. way inside with that one. A pretty easy take there. Three and two. The count is full to the Angels DH.
Not a bad time right here to put that runner in motion. 3-2 count. You send the runner, and if it's a bad pitch, it's ball 4.
Now the payoff pitch home is in there. A called strike 3. In now is Anthony Rendon. He's off to a fast start in this one. 2 for 2, including a home run. Hit on the ground to third. Chapman's got it. Throw on to Olsen will take care of him at first, and that ends the inning. Angels strand 1 as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Well, Matt, I talked to manager Bob Melvin during the break about his thoughts on the A's hitters to this point. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. They've already worked out 3 walks, so he feels as though that kind of willingness to let the opposition work themselves into trouble will continue to result in good things for them on the scoreboard.
All right, thanks, Heidi. Set now for the bottom of the 5th, and now it'll be the catcher, Sean Murphy. Big rip at the curveball, but it comes up empty, and it's even at 2-2.
This offense has just been flailing at the plate all game long, so it's no wonder why they've only been able to pick up 1 hit so far. I'm not seeing much of a game plan from these hitters.
Slider laid off for a ball.
Looked to me like he tried to do way too much on that 2-2 pitch. You don't have to come into the zone on that count, but a pitch that far outside isn't going to tempt anyone to swing.
Count still full, 3-2.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch after seeing a previous off-speed pitch.
Another full count pitch home. And that misses ball 4 now. It's a leadoff walk to get the home half of the 5th underway.
Well, they haven't been able to scratch a run across yet, so maybe this walk will jumpstart their offense a little bit.
Elvis.
Now at the plate, here is Elvis Andrus. He bounced out last time up.
Yeah, Matty, expect this pitcher to try and get the same result as his last at bat right here. The double play is in order. Anything on the ground, the way this defense is, they could certainly roll too.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. And it's fouled away. Here it comes now to Andrus. Count still at 1-2. Working for the punch out and the offering. High and deep down the left field line. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating, feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
And he can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you see that ball as a hitter, you think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on top of that good, high, hard fastball.
2-2 the count. From the stretch. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. There to pull it in, Lagares, and there are 2 away now.
Now batting, number 22.
Two down with a runner at first. And digging in now, Ramon Laureano. The 1-1.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Two and two.
Hey, he's been on point from the start of this game, just pounding the zone with a high 90s fastball. It almost looks like he's gotten stronger as the game's gone on.
Murphy leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Fouled off. He's set. Here's the 2-2.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. Lots of possible outcomes on this pitch.
Here comes the payoff pitch. Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Fouled away. The next 3-2. Down the left field line and deep. And foul. He's set. Here's the 3-2. Popped him up. Walsh has room in foul territory, and the inning is over. One left for Oakland. They're down 2-0. Top half of the 6th about to get started. And here comes the first baseman, Jared Walsh. The 2-2 is laid off, and the count runs full. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
Now batting.
Here's Juan Lagares. He's bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances. And a swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there, 2 away.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
Into the box, Jose Iglesias. And he'll come back with one in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now.
I'd be real surprised if he goes back out away there on the mound. This is a count for a fastball challenge, and we'll see if he's ready for it in the box.
Swings through it for strike number 2.
You could tell by the hitter's balance after that swing that he's seeing the ball really good. His timing is right there, and I expect him to catch something clean.
Here now the 2-2. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. Angels are gone in order, but they're on top 2-0. Jose Quintana enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th. That'll bring up the power hitter, Matt Olson. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. Two and one to the A's first baseman.
Right guy, right spot. This is one of the better hitters in their lineup. Just the guy they want to see coming up now to get this inning going.
And he fires a fastball now for a called strike 2.
Hey, you want someone sometimes to rattle the bat rack, but also the guy on the mound's got to eat too. They're executing their pitches out there. It's going to be tough to score some runs.
Back up the middle. Throws in time, and that's at number 1.
Now back.
Well, if you're going to follow the ball, you have to hope it's when a guy is lumbering down the base pass. He's no speedster, so that was a good job to stay calm and make the recovery throw.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Jed Lowry. Hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line-out.
Yeah, Matty, it's always a little frustrating when you square one up. You hit a solid line drive like you did, and all you have to show for it is a jog back to the dugout. That can get in your head for a little while.
And there's out number 2.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Mitch Moreland.
No runs, just 1 hit, and no errors in the ballgame for the A's so far. Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2. Some stirring now in that Angel bullpen, as it'll be both a lefty and a righty that start to get loose. And the inning goes away in unceremonious fashion on a swing and a miss at a ball way outside the strike zone. A's are gone in order. They trail it here 2-0. Seventh inning ready to roll, and next to bat will be the outfielder, Taylor Ward. The 1-1 is swung on and missed, and that's strike 2.
His heater's got some late ride through the zone. A lot of late swings right now. You're only going to get to that pitch if you get the front foot down early.
And he fouls this one off. The next 1-2 pitch.
That's a ball.
Well, 2 straight fastballs inside haven't put him away. So now it'll be interesting to see what he turns to.
Here now the 2-2. is looked at, and the count moves full.
Every base runner in a close game like this really matters, so you can't afford to be giving out free passes this late.
And a good take there as they'll have a leadoff man aboard to start the 7th. It's ball 4.
That was a great battle right there. He tried to get him to chase, but he laid off some really tough pitches and got a walk. Got to tip the cap to the batter that time.
Ready now for L.A., Max Stassi. And this one runs a little too far in, ball 2.
Boy, not exactly what you'd like as a pitcher. One of the keys is to minimize your pitches, attack the strike zone early, a lot of deep counts, and working himself into a lot of trouble.
Set, and the 2-1 pitch.
I got 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike.
This situation right here reminds me of sitting on the bench talking to John Smoltz, Hall of Famer. He would always say, even though the situation looked bad, a pitcher is one pitch away from getting himself out of a tough jam.
The 3-1. Ward on at first, nobody out. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
That was some nice execution on that pitch. Spotted it nicely down around the bottom of the zone. And when you do that, especially with 2 strikes, not a lot of guys are going to hurt you. You're going to get a lot of ground balls and swings and misses down there.
To the plate now, David Fletcher. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1 and 2. From the stretch.
I got to count 2 and 2.
I know he missed with a fastball right there, but this guy's arsenal, you can't figure out what he's trying to do. He's got a lot of different directions he could go in right here.
Here now the 2-2. Doesn't get the zone. Count full now.
Well, he really needs to make this guy swing the bat right here. He's not the type of hitter you want to dance around with.
Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone.
The right fielder, number 2.
Up next, Luis Rengifo. No hits to this point. It's up to a 3-2 full count now.
Good spot for an RBI. Put the ball in play with the runner in motion. He could score all the way from first.
Now the 3-2 pitch. Japanese and called strike 3. Angels lead 1. They're up 2-0. Last half of the 7th here, and that'll give way to the 3rd baseman, Matt Chapman. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Now a fastball gets the upper part of the zone for strike 2.
Tying run stands on deck, but it'll only matter if the guy in the box can get on base.
Yeah, and that has to be his mentality at the plate right now, Matt. He can't be the hero, so he needs to do what he can to give the guy behind him a chance to be the guy.
Now the payoff pitch home is swung on and missed. He got him.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
Standing in now, Seth Brown. Weak grounder back to the mound. And there are 2 away now.
Had to protect there with 2 strikes. And he just got it off the end of the bat. Not much of a problem for the infield at that point.
Last strike now for Oakland. Fastball right back to the mound. And he'll just flip this one onto the bag at first. And that will conclude matters here as the ball game is over.
Hey, listen, you don't always want your closer to have to go 2 innings on a regular basis. But in this game, it was necessary for this one. And he had just enough to get the job done.
A 2-0 finish today. The Halos jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Shohei Ohtani is the winning pitcher of record. So that's a wrap for us in this one. Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, Matt Vasgersian, we all thank you for watching Major League Baseball on MLB Network. See you next time.